Hello and welcome to a very rainy and dull Newcastle upon Tyne. Today is the first day of the Railway 200 Heaton Depot Open Day. It's cold and wet and it's likely to be a long day, so I begin the day by heading across to the Five Swans public house and getting some sustenance. And very nice it was too, although I have to say that my fried eggs were cold for some reason. Given the weather conditions, it's a short walk down to the Haymarket metro station to catch the metro down to Central Station.
Your attention, please.
Take care when using metro. Respect your fellow passengers and please don't rush. Don't take heavy luggage on the escalator.
These metro cars are now more than 45 years old and they're not as reliable as they used to be. They are currently being replaced by Class 555 Statler rail units. And here it is, the magnificent Newcastle Central Station, although it's looking a bit damp and sorry for itself today. Northern has laid on a series of special trains to carry passengers from the station up to Heaton Depot. Train 2 Golf 01 is the first such special train of the day. Of course everyone has had the same idea, so the train is absolutely bursting at the seams. Unfortunately there's no room for me to travel today. There are also a series of special bus services that have been laid on between Newcastle and Heaton. It seems quite befitting that I end up taking a short journey on the bus. And after a 15-minute drive we arrive at Heaton Depot. Parked outside is Celtic locomotive number D9000 Royal Scots Grey. I admire the optimism of whoever booked the ice cream van. LNER now doesn't run Class 91 locomotives north of York, so it's a nice treat to see one here at the open day today. This particular locomotive, number 91105, bears a special livery to celebrate 50 years of the National Railway Museum. The Northern Trains Class 195 Civity DMU again is a stranger in this part of the world. It's usually seen working south of York. And here is undoubtedly the star of today's show, the iconic LNER A4 Pacific locomotive number 60007 Sir Nigel Gresley.
Like, it's such a weird sound, it's just like pick up from here, right? Like, yes, pick up.
Being the star of the show, Sir Nigel Gresley is attracting quite a big crowd. That being the case, it's virtually impossible to get any decent photographs or video footage. It was possible to get up onto the footplate, but again, given the length of the queue, I decided I could forgo the opportunity on this occasion. These are the two workhorses of the Heaton-based Northern Trains fleet, the Class 156 Super Sprinter and the Class 158 Express Sprinter. Here I'm lucky enough to have a quick look around the cab of 156 490.
No, that's an actual place that no one would train.
I'm guessing that there are some younger enthusiasts in the cab at the other end, because they seem to have found the button for the communications buzzer. Please excuse the background music, there's a band playing just a few yards behind the depot wall. These iconic Class 55 or Deltic locomotives used to run the route between London King's Cross and Edinburgh. The original 22 Deltics entered service in the early 1960s and continued running on the East Coast Main Line until the early 1980s when the Intercity 125 was introduced. There are now only 6 remaining Deltics. This particular one, D9000 Royal Scots Grey, belongs to the Locomotive Services Group. The Class 158 Express Sprinter, built by British Rail Engineering Limited, first entered service in the early 1990s. Northern has a fleet of 53 of these units. Class 802 bi-mode multiple unit, which is known as the Nova 2 by TransPennine Express. TransPennine Express operates 19 Nova 2 train sets, each of them consisting of 5 coaches. They run on the company's north route between such exotic climes as Scarborough, Liverpool Lime Street, Manchester Airport, Newcastle and Edinburgh Waverley. Having walked around all the exhibits twice by this stage, I decided to call it a day. Thanks ever so much for watching.